program.
Great. Thank you so much to our Toastmaster Jason. My name is Geoff, and today is my Icebreaker speech, which is the first speech that you do at Toastmasters. And this speech is all about yourself. So today I'll be sharing 3 things about myself which I think are important to me, and hopefully you get to know me a little bit better at the end of the speech. So my speech is about my passions and how I follow them. Now, I read an interesting article today saying that there's often people say the advice to follow your passion is not a very good one because you end up doing something that you like doing, and because you do it for your job, then you don't enjoy it anymore. So it didn't ever happen that way to me. I've always followed my passion, and it has been something that's been very rewarding, and I haven't found that's a bad idea. So my advice is definitely follow your passion and see where it ends up. The 3 things that are important to me in my life are people, technology, and music. In terms of people, I enjoy Toastmasters because I like hearing other people's stories. I really enjoy hearing what everyone has to say about their life and all the good ideas that people have in the meeting. I find I enjoy sitting in Toastmasters meeting and just listening to everyone. I don't have to come up and speak, I just enjoy hearing everyone else. So when I come up to speak, it's almost like I get a chance to share my story, but I'm really more interested in other people. I joined a Toastmasters club in Kitsilano called Club 59. This club has one of the largest number of members in BC, about 100 members. It's quite a large club, and I met some great people in that club who became friends. The lady named Bojena, who is from Poland and about a little bit older than my mom, she became a great friend, and I invited her to be the MC at our wedding. So she did a wonderful job. It was really cool to have a member of my Toastmasters club introducing all my family and friends at my wedding. It's really fun. So Toastmasters can be a great way to network, meet interesting people, and hear each other's stories. Now next, about technology. When I was 5 years old, my uncle gave us an Apple II Plus computer. And this was a very basic computer. In fact, it had pretty much the only thing you can do with it is program in a language called BASIC. BASIC had line numbers, and every line of the code had a line number. You could do things like printing to the screen. You can do a basic if condition, and if it's this, then go to another line. And it's a basic programming language, really was called BASIC. One of my first programs I wrote was called, it didn't have a name, but it was my first example of artificial intelligence. The program was simple. It had 2 lines. The first line was line 1, print, help, I am trapped inside the computer. Line number 2 was go to line 1. So I turned off all the lights in the room. It's this green flickering screen with only capital letters, and I typed run and pushed enter, and the screen started flickering with this message, help, I am trapped inside the computer. And I thought this is the most hilarious thing ever. So I showed it to my dad and my brother, and they're very impressed with this artificial intelligence that I created. I wasn't allowed to use the computer until I finished my piano practice. So I practiced my piano every day, and then I was allowed to do a bit of work on the computer. But piano was actually really an interesting hobby of mine as well, and I became quite good at it, so that in university I started a jazz trio with some people I met in the SFU Jazz Club. They were people who were not taking music for their degree like me. I wasn't studying music, but we wanted to continue playing music after high school. So I really enjoyed playing music with these people, so much that my jazz trio started playing at weddings and gigs and restaurants, and we even got to play for some celebrities. One of the celebrities was Gordon Campbell's brother's wedding. Gordon Campbell was the Premier of BC a number of years ago, and he was at the wedding. He came over to us and said, "Keep it up, guys." So that's my little brush of fame with playing for a celebrity. We recorded an album called Geoff Peters Trio Quiet Night, which you can listen to on Google Play Music, iTunes Music, or Spotify, and it's available for free. So check it out if you're interested in some nice jazz trio that will kind of keep your background music really pleasant when you're at home. This album got a little bit of famous. It got distributed in Japan through HMV Japan, and and I sold about maybe 500 copies, like CDs, in Japan. It was very cool. So at one point, I had some people from Japan asking if I'd like to come and play there, or have I made any other jazz albums? And I said, oh, maybe in the future I'll make another one. So it leads me to my third point. Is that all the points? I think that's all of them. That's 3 points. That's all about me. So I enjoy people through Toastmasters. I enjoy technology. I continue to enjoy writing programs to this day, and I enjoy music. So that's a bit about me for my icebreaker. When you come to Toastmasters, everyone can do an icebreaker. It's a good way to give your first speech, and the Pathways program is also very valuable to follow, because I actually went through the entire project for this icebreaker speech on the Toastmasters website. It gives you a lot of useful tips on how to prepare for your speech, and all these things I talked about today, I developed using the structure of the Pathways program. So Toastmasters can be a wonderful structure or format to practice your public speaking skills, and I found it was really helpful for me, and I wanted to share that with you today. So thanks very much, and I look forward to your speech in the Icebreaker program.